Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we're at Winton Raceway and I'm here with my mate Danny in his S13 comp car. I was lucky enough to have him invite me to share the car for the day, and holy crap, what a car. It's got a fully forged SR20 that he built himself. It's running a GTX 3071 at 30 pounder boost, and it's making just shy of 400 kilowatts. So this car is an absolute animal. Here we are in our first session of the day. Danny's just getting a feel out for the car. It's got new coilovers and a bunch of changes since the last time he drove it. And it's the first time he's got to really enjoy the car on a nice, fast, open flowing track. So get ready, guys, let's do this. Alrighty, now it is our turn to jump in the driver's seat. I've driven this track a few times before, many years ago, but I've never done it in any car with significant power or grip. I've always wanted to be able to one-tail the straight, and this was my best chance to try and do that. So let's have some fun. So we did our usual trick of finding another car to drive. This is Liam's LS1 powered Zafiro, a car that I wheel lined, and we've done a bunch of setup work over a long period of time. He was curious what I thought of the car and how it drove, so we took it out there to find out.
Well, if I do anything you don't like, just tell me, and if you want me to come in, just tell me to come in.
Don't crash?
Cool. And anything I gotta watch for gauges wise?
Nah, we'll be right.
Cool. Not bad.
I appreciate you feeling it makes me feel like I can't drive.
Sorry. I feel like I'm literally falling out of your seat.
Nice.
My bad. Was definitely flirting with the line there.
Well, the verdict's in. I think it's plain to see. I bloody love this car. Now, one thing I was super excited about for the day, other than driving all these awesome cars, was to try out our new 3-footed Monster GoPro mount. It's a magnetic swivel mount that made putting the camera in different places and different angles super easy, and I tried a bunch out, so let me know in the comments which one you like best. This is an angle I really liked because you could really see what line you were taking and just how close you were getting to the edge of the track. mate Ben's K70. It's running an L67 V6 out of a Commodore, but instead of the supercharger that comes on at factory, this thing's running a turbo. It makes some ridiculous torque figure. I'm pretty sure he said something like 900 Newton meters, and I'll tell you what, it definitely felt like it. We've been struggling with how this car had been driving for quite some time. We've had it at the shop, and I have set it up before, so I was curious to see what was going on. Another mate of mine had jumped into it earlier in the day and said it was undrivable. So this thing's running an electric steering column, and I had my suspicions that that was going to be causing our problems. You were able to adjust how heavy or light it was, so I did play around with that to see if it made it better or worse. As you can see, as soon as I go to initiate, the car doesn't want to counter steer, and I'm trying to counter steer as fast as I can, and it's not fast enough to catch the car. Worse than driving with manual steering or a car with very little caster, is the wheel actually wants to hold itself straight, and you have to try and fight past it to try and get it to counter steer. So after doing a couple laps, I drive it back in and I tell him remove the motor from the column, which you can do. It's just 3 bolts on these, and we'll get back out there and test it as a manual steer setup and see how it drives. Well, holy crap, it is a completely different car now. Going from a car that was so nervous and unstable that you wouldn't even try anything at high speed, to doing one corner and going, yep, this car's fixed, let's shred 4th gear and one tail to straight. This went from one of the worst cars I've driven to one of the best that quickly. This isn't to say that electric steering column can't work. I do know a few people have them set up and working. Anyway, he was wrapped, I was wrapped, it was a good time. I really like this camera position. You get to see everything I'm doing in car with a better idea of what the car's doing on track. I do have to do something about the audio though, it was definitely buffeting a lot, but nonetheless, that's what we're testing. It's the last session of the day. I'm taking a good mate of ours, Niche, out for a passenger lap to show him what this thing can do. This car has so much grip for a car in a 235 street tire, it's pretty unbelievable. a day always means it's backy time.